Kid you not, January 1st, I was like, what is the best of 2023? I start on day one. I am searching. So I have a little basket here. Tried everything out. I have my thoughts and I am ready to share. So we're going to first start off with e.l.f. Of course, e.l.f. came in and said, we're going to continue the duping of the popular products. So Supergoop's Glow Screen. Hello, e.l.f.'s version, which is called Suntouchable. Whoa, Glow, SPF 30. I am shocked that they did not completely copy the look. Theirs is that thicker sunscreen tubing, but also the texture of the e.l.f.'s version is thicker. It comes out looking like a thicker sunscreen. I don't detect any type of a strong scent. No, actually, I don't even smell anything. So they do have some differences. Also, e.l.f. has like that skincare infusion with it, like the aloe, the hyaluronic acid, and so forth. But then, what was the other thing? Oh, it states sun protection and the makeup primer. So you kind of think of those attributes and think, of course, the glow screen. So when I was testing these out, I wore this on its own. I could still see a slight silver undertone to it, but it wasn't alarming. It wasn't so stark on my face. So I wore it by itself. It blended in fine. It was great, just like blended in a lotion, okay? The next time I wore it, I did like a split, e.l.f. on one side, glow screen on the other side, but keep in mind, this is a different color. So, you know, a little bit deeper. So I'm looking more so at the glow, the dewiness, that radiance. Is it giving me that aspect of it? And that I saw 100% even in the magnifying mirrors. So I feel that e.l.f. really did match up against the glow screen in that regards. But like I said, the color just slightly off. And then whatever I put on top, a skin tint, a regular foundation, or again, like I said, wore it by itself, the glow version of the e.l.f., it was fine. If you're like, hey, is it worth a try? I'd say go ahead and try it for the reason there's no shimmer in it. There's no chunks of glitter. There's nothing. You're getting 100% of that same look, appearance on the skin, the shininess, the radiance, the dew. So they did a good job. Second e.l.f. product that I was testing out is the Power Grip Primer, the new one here in the pink tone. Now I have the green. That was the best of 2022. Okay. Now I can honestly I can tell you, there ain't no spoiler alert here. This is not going to be the best of 2023. Okay. So these are, I like to say, just like sisters. Okay. They share this 100% the same, you know, attributes on some occasions, but there is a big difference between the two. The pink version here has, like, you know, it's a skincare sister. Okay, so she came in, skincare sister, and she has a thicker texture than little Miss Green over here, sitting over here. Thicker texture, and the stickiness level is there with this. Okay, I don't know why it's stickier, but it is. That's the first thing I was like, wow. I mean, I could even hear that. We all have our little things about us. Maybe stickiness is not a texture that, you know, makes me want to hurl, but it is very strong with this. However, the longevity of the makeup, here we go. The same things, the same factors that the green gives off, the pink turns exactly the same. So that I like. Next is a foundation from Revlon. Here we go. Look, every time I look at a new Revlon product, I'm like, really? I'm in a maze. It's just, I'm just not used to Revlon coming out with anything exciting. This is me feeling that way. I don't think it. But they came out with this Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation with hyaluronic acid. Here we go. Another skincare benefits. About time, because we have all these other skin tints that was just dropping left and right last year. And here comes Revlon with their version. But that's their problem, is they come so late. Okay, but here, there, no, whatever that saying is here now. And I like that there's no color stay word on here at all. Because when I see the color stay, I'm like, go away. Go away. Want no part of you. Okay. But that's my preference because I don't want the matte, the dry, the whipped formula. I want none of that. So I'm playing around with it. The texture is fine. It's not thick, but then it's not runny. So it's like, again, right in that happy medium. I rubbed it in with my hands. One time I used a brush. The other time, of course, I used sponge. All different types of ways to see how it would behave. And it really gives off a nice skin-like appearance on the skin, just like a skin tint, okay? But the claims of it being that I'm going to give you that medium coverage, you know, with still staying skin-like, I don't see how this foundation is building up. Okay, so the only buildup I have to test it on would be any type of small dark spots on my skin, so minor imperfections. And I was on like the third try and I'm still not seeing it build. So to me, I feel it's light coverage. So again, you know, take it as you wish. Myself, I have other products that give me the same look, appearance on the skin that the Revlon gives me. So to me, in that case, I don't feel I'm going to keep this, to be honest, because I want to use those products up. And I feel that, you know, they already got my heart. You know, like my Neutrogena skin tint already has my heart. But if you're somebody that, you know, you ain't got no big collection like that, and you're looking for that light coverage, you know, you're a fan of Revlon. You don't want to worry about anything looking dry and matte on your skin, and it's still going to look skin-like and natural. Longevity of the foundation, again, it's not marketed as something that is supposed to be held color stay 24 hours. So don't go in thinking that. But my opinion is it's not even a medium buildable coverage. So you just want something light. Drugstore, I feel that Revlon came in with something nice to offer now for those consumers. Like I said, it's late, but it's here. And there are a lot of colors. Next up is a brand that I've seen at my local Target. So I've seen it. I just don't pay attention to it, to be honest. It's a plant-based company. It's called Well People. Although the E, to me, all this time I thought looked like a 3. And the E is backwards. I don't know why it's like that. But it states it is the BioTint SPF 30 Tinted Moisturizer. Here we go. No skin tint. But what caught my eye with this, on top of it being, you know, clean, that's another thing too. I remember seeing it when I was looking on my phone inside Target. It was like, market super clean and healthy and plant-based. And I was like, okay. So I'm looking at it, and then I turn around and I see the type of sunscreen is zinc oxide, 20%. Yes, 20%. And that went ding, 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 ding. I adore zinc because them rays just bouncing right off, just bouncing. But I'm thinking, is it going to have a white cast? So if I can find a tinted moisturizer that I can, especially when the sun rays be coming, I can already see my summer coming up, that is not going to have any type of white ashy cast on, and that high sun protection, I'm there. I'm there. But for some reason, inside of the store, this was discounted, like clearance. There were certain products were on clearance. So I picked up a few things. But again, this was one of them. But on the website, on Target's website, it's regular price. So maybe it's going to just move to Target online only. So if you want to check your local store and try and get a good deal on it. This just blended right into my skin. And I mean, it feels so good. It doesn't like settle in anything like, when I say settle on my skin, because I know I have smooth textured skin, I'm looking at, you know, the parentheses. I'm looking at anything, you know, underneath my eyes or little bit of lines on my forehead. That's what I'm looking for. It lays good. It lasted all day. It's not a skin tint that is marketed as something that's going to, hey, this is going to be bulletproof all day. But again, I'm looking at those factors, and I loved how it looked all day on my skin. Very natural, skin-like. And I feel I found it. I found a skin tint that is offering high sun protection, physical protection, great color, and I didn't have any skin reactions too. So I am so happy that I looked to the left. I remember right there and I saw those little clearance signs. I was like, okay, I'll give you a shot. Another e.l.f. came out with their Camo Color Corrector Concealer. I'm just gonna say concealer because it looks exactly like their Camo concealer, except theirs is smaller. Actually, where is it? Like thinner than the Camo ones. You know, the container, the tube is a little bit thicker. This is skinnier. It looks almost like, well, it does. To me, it looks like the lip gloss style container. So the Camo concealer. So I got the shade blue, of course, blue. And the blue is the one that I want to use as like the LA Girl Pro Mixer, okay? I've had this Pro Mixer for a while. I mean, I'm like, you know, down to there. But I want something, hey, I mean, look how small this is. So it's definitely a lot more portable. Something, we're talking neck and neck in color, but also the texture, because the LA Girl color, yeah, LA Girl, almost said LA color. The LA Girl is a little bit thicker, the mixer. I was so happy to see that the e.l.f. is thinner. It's not like a runny concealer, but it's thin in texture, and I really like that. Super easy with the, you know, little doe foot wand. I just go like that, put some on. I actually did put a little bit into here, and it did cool it down. It cooled down pretty quick. I didn't necessarily like the color that it cooled it down, but it did. Okay, so what I did with this is I took a concealer. In the demo, I took a concealer that is, you know, fairly, it can use some cooling down. It's the Say Beauty one, the Hydro Beam, I think it's what it's called. Beautiful under my eyes. I loved the appearance once I used this. So this is going to get a lot of use and a lot of repeat purchases. It just cools anything I need, where it's just that warmth is just too much. And if you go, hey, how do you know something is too warm? Well, it's easy. It looks orange. If it looks a strong orange on you, that means it's very warm. So just look for that color if it's got a lot more orange in it. That is an indication that it's too warm or whatnot. But then if it blends right into your skin, hey, you've got very warm skin. Milani is next. I've seen some buzz on this. This is the Liquid Contour Conceal and Perfect. I picked up the shade Toffee. So this is being like compared to the Charlotte, you know, I did some reorganization, so it just feels so good to have everything right here. The contour one right here. Blending, especially on the forehead, I felt I had to blend a lot more than I usually have to. Okay, a little bit of patchiness. That's kind of like the first thing I noticed. And I don't want to be babying up in the mirror all the time, you know. Are you gonna be patchy here? Are you gonna be, no, I'm not. I don't like stuff that I have to baby like that. When I got good stuff and I don't have to baby, okay? So that's one thing I want to knock off. Other is the color. The Toffee color for me is, it's not subtle, but it's like in the middle of being subtle. You know, I want a lot. I wanted it to have a little bit more depth to it is what I was looking for or hoping for. And again, I didn't want the darkest color because I got contours already that's super dark. So I'm just not impressed with this. Next is another product from Well People. This is the Superpower Bronzing Powder. Now, I saw this already on TikTok. That's kind of what got me. I remember it like in my head. So when I was looking, I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's that brand I saw. You know, that's a product. Where's the bronzing powder? Bronzing powder was on clearance too. So this is the shade Golden Hour. Now, I was interested in the darkest color, because I think there's 3 tones, because I didn't think that Golden Hour would show up on me. Oh, I already use this quite a bit, so you just kind of go like that. Anyways, but it does. It looks so pretty on my skin. This reminds me of the M Cosmetics, My Heaven's Glow. It looks like it too, except it's not giving this strong like glow that the Heaven's Glow blush gives off. But for a bronzer that gives off that slight sheen, slight glow, it's really hard to describe it on the skin. It looks so beautiful. I've even used it as a blush and eyeshadow as well, like in a pinch. I was in a hurry. It goes on so, it's just perfect in my eyes. Blends well, really complements. It's something that is buildable. And I'm just shocked that Golden Hour shows up on me. Because again, it's the middle shade. And I just was like, naturally, I'm just going to get the darker shade. But the dark shade wasn't even on clearance. And so, yeah, this is not going anywhere. This is not going anywhere. I've used this quite a bit. And I really do like it. Next is CoverGirl. Another product I was like, I can't believe CoverGirl came out with this. Again, when has CoverGirl came out with anything good? In a long time. A long time. This is their now talc and fragrance-free loose powder. About time they completely revamped this loose powder, okay? This is a clean powder, and it has zero shimmer. You know, the original one had all this shimmer. You put all this shimmer on your face. You know how I feel about shimmer makeup. Okay, I don't know why they did that. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I want to try that. And then it's being kind of compared against Laura Mercier's talc free. And the medium is what looks the best on my skin. I put it underneath my eyes and I get that subtle brightness like when I do the T. I've dusted it across my whole face. It's just beautiful. There's just none of that stark contrast on my skin tone, nothing. Again, no shimmer, no glitter. I have just been so impressed by this powder. There's no cakiness, there's no matte appearance. It just melts into the skin. CoverGirl. Hey, like I said, these brands out here trying to do all this stuff. They did a good job. Next is Rare Beauty. I picked up the Positive Light Silky Touch highlighter, and this is their new highlighter that came out, I want to say December. This probably came out, and I was interested in it because I'm thinking, is it going to be like the liquid highlighter that I love in the same color? It's the same color name, Mesmerize, but just in a powder format. This is a highlighter that, again, is this texture. There's no chunks of glitter, there's no chunks of shimmer. By now you know Stephanie don't like none of that mess, okay? It just becomes one with the skin. It is just melting. It is a high shine. I mean, you can build it up to something really intense too. And even when I mix it with the highlighter, the liquid, it's beautiful. It's so flattering on the skin. And I'm so happy I just stuck with Mesmerize because I just wanted that matching tone. I have one blush that I picked up. This is from the brand About Face. This is called the Cheek Freak Blush Balm. So I've seen this going around on TikTok too. And it's the cream formula that is supposed to be, you know, out of this. Oh, it's unbelievable and perfect. And I've seen About Face, the eye paints. So that was the first thing that got me into this brand, the face paints. We'll talk about that too. But I said, okay, I'll go ahead and try the cheek balm. Look at this color. And this color is just beautiful. This is called Smash. So I've used it with a sponge. I've used my fingers, blending it, used it with the brush. And I think the applicator, everything is wonderful. Very easy to apply. It's a very nice formula. It is like, it's not thick, it's not thin, you know, it's just a good texture. And the color, I mean, the color in the pan, you would think that it would come off like that on the cheeks. You know, you build it up and blend it out. And that is where I feel they failed. It just does not produce enough pigment for my taste, but it just won't stay. It's just, right when I'm done with my makeup, I feel I need to put more of this on. It's just not staying on the cheeks. It's like my skin ain't eating up blush like in a minute here. So it's just not long lasting. And I'm not over here trying to touch up my blush. I'd never touch up my blush. Probably like if I was going out, you know, in the evening, I would touch it up. But no, this needs to translate on the skin or something that you can build up to, but it also needs to last. And so it's just not doing that. I'm not impressed with that. I'm actually going to take that back. But they're eye paints. I have a third one coming in the mail from Ulta today. These are incredible. I love it. I'm only getting 3. I'm not interested in all the other colors. But, well, I am. I'm just telling myself. Don't you buy every color. These eye paints are amazing. They behave exactly like powder. It goes wherever you need it to go. It will blend, and we're like that. It's already blended out. It's not starting to dry though, like right when you put it on. It gives you time to blend out, and then it sets, and you've got that pigment there. I was like, wow, that's great. But let's see how you work with powder. So just go ahead and do use my little Mario palette, build up, you know, the tones in the crease, and then put this on, and it's as if it's a powder going on top. It just blends right. If my watch don't stop, knock it off. It blends right in with the powder, and you would think that there'd be some little wet line. No, blends right in and behaves, like I said, like a powder. Then I get the black thinking, okay, is the black going to behave the same way like a powder? Or is this pretty much something to only use as a liquid eyeliner? And you can do it both ways. I use it blended in as an eyeshadow, and it behaves as it. And it's not like it is, I mean, it's a really deep black, but you would think that if you're working it in like a shadow, you know, it'd be so intense and almost kind of messing up everything. Nope. Nope, it behaves. As a liner though, I can see the opacity isn't necessarily there. Because, you know, I'm lining with my brush, and I want it like literally to go on like a liquid eyeliner. So I kind of have to build it up a little bit. So what I would use it on as is like a tracer is what I call it. So just trace, you know, trace out your little wing or however you want to do it, and then go put something else on top of it. Next is an eyebrow pencil I picked up actually at Marshall's. I noticed that Gwen Stefani's makeup line is kind of showing up at Marshall's. I have no idea. It just flew. It flew. I have no idea why, but I don't know, the extras are going there. This is the Most Def Instant Definition Sculpting Brow Pencil, and the shade I have is Soft Black. It is this design of this brow pencil that at first I'm like, what is this? It's, I don't know, some space age looking thing. You just twist it up and you get your product there. There goes my watch again. See how it just kind of like spaces like a toaster, top of a toaster, but you can swivel it back down, okay? And so you just have that, that curve, and it actually works. I can fill in the brows, I can make some pretty sharp lines, and then I can twist it down. And the formula is actually smooth. I didn't have any issues with it, so I'm glad that I got it at a really good deal. So of course I'm gonna keep it. I have one small little eyeshadow palette. This is from the brand Mineral Fusion, and I have the color name, oh, I don't have the box. I think it's Coffee Break. Doesn't say anywhere on here except on the packaging. Yeah, I remember it says Coffee Break. So this is the brand Mineral Fusion that's right next to the Well People. That's like what caught my eye. But I got this one on sale at Whole Foods, and I saw the advertisement, and they used actually a black girl, and they had the colors on here, and I was like, oh, that looks really pretty. And okay, it's on sale. Let me go ahead and give it a shot. And it's a cool tone palette, and I don't know what it is, but especially this month for January, I have just been in this cool phase. I don't want anything warm, so I don't know what it is. But I actually took this with me when it was in my travel bag in December, and I just could not put this down. I could not put this down. I love the mattes, the two mattes in here. This one is like a satin matte, but it is just so beautiful. These two right here go on beautiful. They complement one another. If you use grays, throw in some browns. It really does help just elevate the tone. And this shimmer is like liquid gold when you stick it on your lid. But also, I don't have to use any glitter glue. Because, you know, I have hooded eyes. I don't have to use any glitter glue at all for the shimmer. It does not transfer. It, like I said, just smooths out and it lasts like that all day long. I think what I want to do is, you know, kind of, I'm going to tiptoe slow. If I see another sale, I'll try, you know, some additional products. We'll see. From what I've seen from like the display, but it was at Sprouts, the colors on other products weren't like deep enough for darker skin. Like we're talking like other complexion products. So that's why I said let's tiptoe in. Okay, Makeup by Mario, Master Hold Brow Gel. This actually was a Christmas gift to me. So given to me, the Master Hold Brow Gel. And I know I've talked about this, like I wanted to grab it, but I never got around to grabbing it. So I'm so happy that it was given to me and that I get to try it. And let me tell you something. This brow gel holds. This is a super strong hold. Remember I was talking about Patrick Ta brow gel? If I got this gel and was using it up like how then I discovered Patrick, this would have made best of 22 for brow gel. It is a very strong hold. No white flakes, no none of that stuff build up. My hair is completely completely laid flat, and I'm impressed, highly impressed. So I think the reviews are kind of mixed, like it's too strong, and then there's other ones that are like it's not strong enough, but it's so good, so good. Here we go again, another Mario product. Like I said, they got duds and they got some really good gems. That one is a gem. Really do like it. And once I finish that one up, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it for myself. Now this one, the PYT, I won't say Pretty Young Thing Beauty from almost said Target, Ulta. This is the Wingman liquid eyeliner, and I have the shade black. I remember reading this on a thread, and people were saying, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. It's like a wonderful liquid eyeliner, very thin, works really good. So actually on Ulta, it was on sale, so I went ahead and picked it up, and it's the Inkwell design here. And yes, the brush is very, very thin, and it does lay down super, super black. It has a formula that I noticed that it will stay wet for longer than what I'm used to. Usually, you know, it starts drying up. So this does stay black and that wet for a bit. So I go in and I put on like a powder or something like this immediately after. That's the only thing. But I mean, for the price, you know, you can't beat it. Very easy to work with, and it does get super close to the lash line. You can make a nice sharp wing. So for that Inkwell design, I do like this, and I am happy that I got it. We're gonna close it out with mascara. I have to try the Maybelline Sky High Tinted Primer. So I do like the Sky High, the regular mascara. I have, you know, obviously enough mascaras. I don't need to be out buying anymore. But I just wanted to try it as a primer. The primer wasn't something I tend to reach for. But I figure since it's tinted black, I can try it, see if it's going to give me some oomph before I put on my mascara. Unfortunately, with it, this is going back. This starts to behave like a regular black mascara. It's not a strong, you know, black tone, but it starts to behave like that. But the problem though is it turns goopy and clumpy real quick. So I'm like, you think I'm gonna sit up here and load up my lashes with this? Already misbehaving, going all over the place, and then I want to put another mascara on top? No, they did not do well with this. We started with an e.l.f. dupe. We'll end with an e.l.f. dupe, the Lash and Roll Mascara. So this is supposed to dupe one of my top 3 favorite mascaras of all time, Benefit's Roller Lash. So, and why I like this is the roller lash, you know, I have curly lash. If you already have naturally curly lashes, you put roller lash on and it will make it like doll. Them lashes will just go up even more. And I really do like that effect. So I put on the e.l.f. Here we go, of course, e.l.f. is going to dupe it. The brush is not 100% looking, I feel, as the roller lash. Of course, it's a curved, but the roller lash curve is, I feel like when you're looking at the dip, the roller lash has a deeper dip than the e.l.f. one. So I did put it on one eye and the other eye. You're not going to really tell a difference. I can tell a difference because, you know, I'm looking up in the magnifying mirror. And see, Benefits is a little bit deeper. At first, when I'm looking, I could not tell. Like the first coat and going in and bottom lashes too, I couldn't tell difference. So they really were like neck and neck. But as I would start to build up the mascara, that is when I could see the difference. So I'm building up with the Benefit, and your Benefit doesn't clump, and it's giving me length and the volume and the separation, and it's building up. But when I build up with the e.l.f., the only thing I can see a lot more of is separation in here. It really starts to look a lot more like a false lash effect on me than the Benefit roller lash. I mean, I love the roller lash, but here it goes. So if you want that separation look, the spacing, all that, then you're gonna get that a lot as it builds up with e.l.f. That I can definitely see. But overall, they did a good job. They did a good job replicating one of the, you know, top mascaras thus far, I think. We'll see what else they come out and start duping. Off the top of my head, I can't decide what's something else that is super, super popular. Maybe they'll do a double wear because I just have double wear on my desk. So I just thought out. We'll see what they come out and start duping more for 2023. But I am very pleased overall with mostly everything in here. So that's good. Started off with a good amount to test and find for the best of 2023. Sneak peek. If we're going to talk about what so far might win, I mean, yeah, it's just the beginning of the month, right? It can change. But that e.l.f. blue corrector, definitely, that's the best. That truly is the best. I can't put that thing down. So let me know what you've been playing around with already, getting your little best of together, or what are you really excited? What are you excited to try? Because I know a lot of stuff is kind of dropping, but, you know, I ain't going crazy like, no, all that stuff is over with. I'm picking out what I truly want to try and test out and, of course, share with you guys. So you guys leave me wonderful suggestions, wonderful tips. Leave them down and let me know what's going on for your month of January. What are you most excited or have been trying already in your collection? Okay, thank you, everyone, for stopping by and watching. Always greatly appreciated. Have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye.